Limestone County, Alabama. A little place called Cartwright. That's where Wayne Brooks was born. That's myself. 1939. I was 3 years old. And I want to start this thing. What I remember from the time I was 3 years old. I was born here in a tent in the year 39. We were very poor, very, very poor. Most of the time didn't have plenty to eat. Couldn't buy a job. My dad didn't have a job. So we finally, for him to get work, he finally moved to Mobile. So we moved to Mobile when I was 3 years old. We moved to a little place called Whistler, Alabama. A little small place in a small house. We eventually moved into a government house where they had a flushing toilet. Never knew what a flushing toilet was up to then. And then we moved out of there and moved back to Tennessee when I was about 5 years old. Went to school in Tennessee, lived with my grandmother. And we lived in a little place they called Rockdale, Tennessee, between some mountains. Lived in a little valley, in an old log house. Didn't have anything there, didn't have running water, but we did have a spring. We could get some water and carry stuff down and keep it cool. And it was a rough way to live, but we lived. No running water.
Did
No way to take a bath but a sponge bath, and sometimes maybe get an old tub and put some water in it and take a bath. And we had a big fireplace. We did some cooking in the fireplace and wood stove. It got cold in that house in the wintertime. You had ice in the bucket, you had to bust ice in the morning time to get some water to drink because it would get cold and freeze. My grandmother had ticks, what they call ticks, which was feather ticks to keep you warm and be cold. Because you had no heat at night, the fireplace would go down and you would be cold, but you could stay warm under the ticks. Call that feather ticks. And back then had feather pillars. So we made it.
Let's take a break.
Get out and